Hey, what's up, you guys? Thanks for tuning in to the Majestic Show. So I want to just have a little quick talk about just things that you see in the movies. You know, like when you was growing up, you see things in the movies, but you know, it could happen in real life. Like a lot of people in movies, they base situations base situations on real life. You know, like real life experiences. You know, a lot of people think that just movies just don't have a meaning to it, but it does. But it's really sad. It's really sad what really be going on. Where people will people will sacrifice you for money. You know, and I just it plays in my head where I just say like, do people really sacrifice people for money? But yeah, you gotta understand like how the industry of celebrities and stuff like that, it's big on that part because I studied that. You understand what I'm saying? So they and then that one dude on what you call it said is he sacrificed his son, and I'm like, okay, like really this stuff goes on for real. But it's really sad what really goes on when people sacrifice you for money. A statement is highlighting a serious problem in our society. It means that some people are willing to hurt, betray, or take advantage of others just to get rich or gain something for themselves. It is sad. It's a sad reality that can be seen in many places, from friendship, families to business and communities. The value of money versus the value of people. Money is important for living a comfortable life, but when people start to value money more than other human beings, problems begins to arise. Some people become so focused on getting rich they forget about kindness, honesty, and loyalty. They might lie, cheat, or even harm others just to get ahead. So this can break trust between people and cause a lot of pain. So real life examples. There are many examples of people being sacrificed for money. Sometimes workers are treated badly or paid very little just so the company can make more profit. In other cases, friends or family members might betray each other over the inheritance or financial gain. In extreme cases, some people even commit crimes that hurt others because they want quick money. The impact on society: when people put money above everything else, it creates a world where trust is lost and relationships are broken. Communities become weaker because people are afraid to help each other, thinking they might get used or betrayed. This also leads to problems like crime, corruption, and poverty, making life harder for everyone. The importance of value: it is important to remember that kindness, honesty, and caring for others are more valuable than money. True happiness comes from good relationships and a clear conscience. So not just from having a lot of things. We should all try to treat others with respect and never use them just to get ahead. Okay? So this kind of behavior hurts individuals, families, and the entire community. We should all remember that people matter more than money, and we should work to build a world where trust and kindness comes first. Okay, so I did another one. Let me see if I can. I probably have to make it bigger if I can read it. Okay. Where the thing at? Hold on. All right. So it's basically the same thing, but we're just gonna go over it anyways. So you got to know money is a big part of life, and everyone needed to survive, pay bills, take care of their families. But sometimes the desire for money can lead to people to make choices that are disappointing or even harmful. It's sad to see what some people will do for money. It reminds us to think about what's really important in life. The way people change for money. Many people work hard and earn their money honestly, but not everyone takes that right path. Sometimes people lie or cheat. Some might tell lies, cheat others, or even steal just to get a little more money. Hurt relationships and family can break apart when money gets in the way, especially if people start arguing or betraying each other for financial gain. So lose their value. Chasing after money can make people forget about kindness, honesty, and doing the right thing. They'll break the law. They'll break the law also. Ooh, they'll break the law. In extreme cases, people may get involved in illegal activities, risking their freedom and hurting others. Ew. So why does this happen? There are many reasons why people might do sad things for money. Desperation. They just desperate. Sometimes people are in tough situations and feel they have no other choice. Greed. So wanting more and more money even when they already have enough, because we all have enough of everything. So have enough can make people do things they wouldn't normally do. Pressure. Woo! Big pressure. So society often tells us that having a lot of money means you're successful, which can push people which can push people to go too far. Too far. The true cost. The sad truth is that when people put money above everything else, even they well hold on, they often end up feeling lonely, guilty, or unhappy. Money can't buy true friendship, love, or peace of mind. Woo, come on now. Chasing money at any cost can lead to regrets or a loss of what really matters. Come on now. What we can learn. It's important to remember that money is just a tool. Money is just a tool, not a purpose of life. Being honest, current, and true to your value will always be worth more in the end. We should work hard and try to be successful, but not at the cost of our character or relationships. It's sad what some people will do for money, but we can choose a better path. Let's strive to earn our money honestly. Value people over possessions, and remember that the most important thing in life can't be bought. True happiness comes from living with integrity and kindness, not from the amount of money in our pockets. Okay, you better know it. I got $0 in my pocket and I'm happy. Okay. I got $0 in my pocket. I got $0 in my pocket and I'm happy. Okay. Okay. So I'd rather be happy than try to commit a crime for some money and do all the other stuff that like go rob, steal, kill, all this stuff just for some money. You understand? Because people are really doing crazy stuff. And I just watched something on Facebook where somebody paid a hundred. I ain't gonna say no names or nothing. I just say the story. $100,000 just to get ahead in the rap game. Do you understand what I'm talking about? This stuff is real. Things are real. Things are getting out of control. It actually needs to get better. But the world, how it's going, it's not gonna get better. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. So you just probably just gotta deal with it. But but if you keep yourself out the environment, you keep yourself out of environments of in bad situations or anything. Yeah, you just stay out the way. Just stay out the way. And let people do people. Because people gonna do people anyway. Let people do people. And one thing that I know for a fact that you can do for yourself, stay to yourself. Because at any time, I'm just gonna tell you like this, and this is God's honest truth. One day a person can love you, and the next day they don't. One day you can be cool with a person, and the next day you don't. That's experience. That's life. It's life, and but it's real. I ain't lying. But so what does it so when it says you have to know a person by the fruit, what does that mean? What does that mean? Like when you looking for somebody by their fruit, what does that mean? Like, are you ugly? Are you cute? No. It says, but the fruit of the spirit is love, joy, peace, kindness, goodness, and faithfulness. So that's what you look for when they say when we say you got to know the person by the fruit. You got to know the person by their fruit, because people can play in your face all day long and tell you, oh, I'm good, or I'm this and I'm that, but they really not. Really not. You just got to know. I'm serious. If you actually pay attention to just people, period. And I can read people regardless, if even if I'm like, especially if I look you in your eyes. If I look you in your eyes, I can tell you about you. I can tell you about you. I can know when it's like the energy of people too. Like the energy of people too. I know like when it's something that you got. It's some kind of secret motive that you have. I can tell that too. All I do is be around you. I can tell. I know that. I can. I don't know how I can feel that, but I can feel all that type of stuff. And I've been it's been like that for years. That's like how I know when somebody's cheating on me. I always had like what's that what's her name? She played on that movie. I mean that TV show, Raven Simone. That vision that she be having, it's like that. But my spirit tells me, and I know when something is off and something is whatever it is. I know. That's why last night when I said I was gonna I was telling myself that I was gonna get back online, but I didn't get back online because I already know that something was already planned when I was gonna get online. Something was already planned, so I didn't get back online. My spirit told me no. I had some kind of some come over me and say don't get online because it's something that somebody already it's something that was something planned or something. So I just didn't get on. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna wait till in the morning and I just do whatever I need to do. I just do all my content now, and then in the morning I do it. But I didn't do it then. I did not. I did not. And that's what I say. Like, um warning come before destruction. Oh, that's not one for. That's one. You know what I have? Warning come before destruction. So if you don't take heed to that warning time, you're gonna be in destruction. You're gonna be. Let me see. Pride goes before destruction, and I usually get my other book. I got 38%.
Proverbs chapter 16. To humans belong the plans of the heart, but from the Lord comes the proper answer of the tongue. All a person's ways seem pure to them, but motives are weighed by the Lord. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. The Lord works out everything to its proper end, even the wicked for a day of disaster. The Lord detests all the proud of heart. Be sure of this, they will not go unpunished. Through love and faithfulness, sin is atoned for. Through the fear of the Lord, evil is avoided. When the Lord takes pleasure in anyone's way, he causes their enemies to make peace with them. Better a little with righteousness than much gain with injustice. In their hearts, humans plan their course, but the Lord establishes their steps. The lips of a king speaks as an oracle, and his mouth does not betray justice. Honest scales and balances belong to the Lord. All the weights in the bag are of his making. Kings detest wrongdoing, for a throne is established through righteousness. Kings take pleasure in honest lips. They value the one who speaks what is right. A king's wrath is a messenger of death, but the wise will appease it. When a king's face brightens, it means life. His favor is like a rain cloud in spring. How much better to get wisdom than gold, to get insight rather than silver. The highway of the upright avoids evil. Those who guard their ways preserve their lives. Pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall. Better to be lowly in spirit along with the oppressed than to share plunder with the proud. Whoever gives heed to instruction prospers, and blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord. The wise in heart are called discerning, and gracious words promote instruction. Prudence is a fountain of life to the prudent, but folly brings punishment to fools. The hearts of the wise make their mouths prudent, and their lips promote instruction. Gracious words are a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing to the bones. There is a way that appears to be right, but in the end it leads to death. The appetite of laborers works for them. Their hunger drives them on. A scoundrel plots evil, and on their lips it is like a scorching fire. A perverse person stirs up conflict, and a gossip separates close friends. A violent person entices their neighbor and leads them down a path that is not good. Whoever winks with their eye is plotting perversity. Whoever purses their lips is bent on evil. Gray hair is a crown of splendor. It is attained in the way of righteousness. Better a patient person than a warrior, one with self-control than
Oh,
one
I
who
got gray
takes
hair.
a city. The lot is cast into the lap, but its every decision is from the Lord. Proverbs chapter 17. Better a dry crust with peace and quiet than a house full of feasting with strife. A prudent servant will rule over a disgraceful son, and will share the inheritance as one of the family. The crucible for silver and the furnace for gold, but the Lord tests detests the heart. A wicked person listens to deceitful lips. A liar pays attention to a destructive tongue. Whoever mocks the poor shows contempt for their maker. Whoever gloats over disaster will not go unpunished. Children's children are a crown to the aged, and parents are the pride of their children. Eloquent lips are unsuited to a godless fool. How much worse lying lips to a ruler? A bribe is seen as a charm by the one who gives it. They think success will come at every turn. Whoever would foster love covers over an offense, but whoever repeats the matter separates close friends. A rebuke impresses a discerning person, more than 100 lashes a fool. Evildoers foster rebellion against God. The messenger of death will be sent against them. Better to meet a bear robbed of her cubs than a fool bent on folly. Evil will never leave the house of one who pays back evil for good. Starting a quarrel is like breaching a dam, so drop the matter before a dispute breaks out. Acquitting the guilty and condemning the innocent, the Lord detests them both. Why should fools have money in hand to buy wisdom when they are not able to understand it? A friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for a time of adversity. One who has no sense shakes hands in pledge and puts up security for a neighbor. Whoever loves a quarrel loves sin. Whoever builds a high gate invites destruction. One whose heart is corrupt does not prosper. One whose tongue is perverse falls into trouble. To have a fool for a child brings grief. There is no joy for the parent of a godless fool. A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. The wicked accept bribes in secret to pervert the course of justice. A discerning person keeps wisdom in view, but a fool's eyes wander to the ends of the earth. A foolish son brings grief to his father, and bitterness to the mother who bore him. If imposing a fine on the innocent is not good, surely to flog honest officials is not right. The one who has knowledge uses words with restraint, and whoever has understanding is even-tempered. Even fools are thought wise if they keep silent, and discerning if they hold their tongues. Proverbs chapter 18. An unfriendly person pursues selfish ends, and against all sound judgment starts quarrels. Fools find no pleasure in understanding, but delight in airing their own opinions. When wickedness comes, so does contempt, and with shame comes reproach. The words of the mouth are deep waters, but the fountain of wisdom is a rushing stream. It is not good to be partial to the wicked, and so deprive the innocent of justice. The lips of fools bring them strife, and their mouths invite a beating. The mouths of fools are their undoing, and their lips are a snare to their very lives. The words of a gossip are like choice morsels. They go down to the inmost parts. One who is slack in his work is brother to one who destroys. The name of the Lord is a fortified tower. The righteous run to it and are safe. The wealth of the rich is their fortified city. They imagine it a wall too high to scale. Before a downfall, the heart is haughty, but humility comes before honor. To answer before listening, that is folly and shame. The human spirit can endure in times of illness, but a crushed spirit, who can bear? The heart of the discerning acquires knowledge, for the ears of the wise seek it out. A gift opens the way and ushers the giver into the presence of the great. In a lawsuit, the first to speak seems right, until someone comes forward and cross-examines. Casting the lot settles disputes and keeps strong opponents apart. A brother wronged is more unyielding than a fortified city. Disputes are like the barred gates of a citadel. From the fruit of their mouth a person's stomach is filled. With the harvest of their lips they are satisfied. The tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit. He who finds a wife finds what is good and receives favor from the Lord. The poor plead for mercy, but the rich answer harshly. One who has unreliable friends soon comes to ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. Proverbs chapter 19. Better the poor whose way of life is blameless than a fool whose lips are perverse. Desire without knowledge is not good. How much more will hasty feet miss the way? A person's own folly leads to their ruin, yet their heart rages against the Lord. Wealth attracts many friends, but even the closest friend of the poor person deserts them. A false witness will not go unpunished, and whoever pours out lies will not go free. Many curry favor with a ruler, and everyone is the friend of one who gives gifts. The poor are shunned by all their relatives. How much more do their friends avoid them? Though the poor pursue them with pleading, they are nowhere to be found. The one who gets wisdom loves life. The one who cherishes understanding will soon prosper. A false witness will not go unpunished, and whoever pours out lies will perish. It is not fitting for a fool to live in luxury. How much worse for a slave to rule over princes. A person's wisdom yields patience. It is to one's glory to overlook an offense. A king's rage is like the roar of a lion, but his favor is like dew on the grass. A foolish child is a father's ruin, and a quarrelsome wife is like the constant dripping of a leaky roof. Houses and wealth are inherited from parents, but a prudent wife is from the Lord. Laziness brings on deep sleep, and the shiftless go hungry. Whoever keeps commandments keeps their life, but whoever shows contempt for their ways will die. Whoever is kind to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will reward them for what they have done. Discipline your children, for in that there is hope. Do not be a willing party to their death. A hot-tempered person must pay the penalty. Rescue them, and you will have to do it again. Listen to advice and accept discipline, and at the end you will be counted among the wise. Many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. What a person desires is unfailing love. Better to be poor than a liar. The fear of the Lord leads to life. Then one rests content, untouched by trouble. A sluggard buries his hand in the dish. He will not even bring it back to his mouth. Flog a mocker, and the simple will learn prudence. Rebuke the discerning, and they will gain knowledge. Whoever robs their father and drives out their mother is a child who brings shame and disgrace. Stop listening to instruction, my son, and you will stray from the words of knowledge. A corrupt witness mocks at justice, and the mouth of the wicked gulps down evil. Penalties are prepared for mockers, and beatings for the backs of fools. Proverbs chapter 20.
Okay, so I want to talk about that because you know how people can prey on your downfall, but I always, like you're not supposed to either wish nothing bad on nobody, pray on somebody downfall. Wanna know why? Because the tongue has a powerful is the tongue has the power of life and death. and those who love it will eat the fruit. So just think about if you're saying something bad. So words are powerful. Words are powerful. Um, what we say can shape our lives and live lives of other ways we might not even realize. When we pray or wish bad things to happen to someone, we need to be careful because our tongue has the power of life and death. So just say, for instance, you praying something bad about somebody or saying something that it can be returned, but it's gonna get into here. So the words we speak can come back to us. It is important to remember this every time we open our mouths because we actually speaking it over our lives. When we say something out our mouth, that's why I say you got to watch what you say. You got to watch what you say because when we start speaking bad over somebody else or start praying over somebody else and start speaking bad things, that stuff can be returned right back to sender. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to know that. So the power of the tongue. Our tongues are small but they are mighty. With our words, we can build people up or tear them down. Encourage or discourage. Spread kindness or cause pain. So the things we say, whether it's in prayer or even everyday conversation, carry energy and intuition intentions. I mean, so when we speak negative or harmful words about others, we are not to just affecting them. We are also affecting ourselves. Okay, so praying for harm a dangerous path. Sometimes when we are hurt, angry, or jealous, we might be tempted to pray or wish something bad to happen to someone else. But we have to remember what we speak can come back to us. Negative energy attracts more negativity. Wishing harm can fill our own hearts with bitterness instead of healing or moving on. We can end up carrying more negativity within ourselves. So the principle of what goes around comes around. Many cultures and religions teaches that what you put out into the world will return to you. This is something called karma, and simply the law of sowing and reaping. If you speak good things are more likely to come your way. If you speak harm, if you speak harm, that harm can return to you as well. This is why it's important to use our words wisely. Choose life with your words instead of praying or wishing bad for bad things for others. Try to pray for healing, understanding, and peace for yourself and others. Speak words that brings hope, not harm. Let go of anger and forgive, even if it's hard. By choosing to use your tongue to speak life, you invite more positivity and blessings into your own life. Remember, you have to remember when you pray or speak bad things about someone, you are putting that energy out into the world, and it can come right back to you. Our tongue truly has the power of life and death. So let's use words to build and be blessed and to bring life not just to others, but to ourselves as well.